In the 400-meter relay, the American quartet...
When we say 400 meter, it has to be a straight path, no?
As Paul Drayton
Here
runs the
they're
first
running
leg,
on a circle.
the U.S. holds both
Isn't
the
that
present Olympic and
perimeter?
world records in this event, but both marks go by...
Are you listening, ma'am?
Students start learning about closed shapes from primary classes. Concepts like area and perimeter are introduced in class 4. Perimeter and area are attributes of a closed shape that can be measured. The fundamental difference being perimeter is the linear measure of the length of the boundary, whereas area is the two-dimensional measure, the surface covered by the closed shape.
The full triangle was of 80 centimeters, and we cut out of 20 centimeters. It is written cut off 20 centimeters. So the remaining will be...
So what is 80 centimeter?
The full triangle's perimeter.
Full triangles?
Perimeter.
Perimeter. What do you mean by perimeter? Friends, listen to her. What is perimeter?
So perimeter is the outside border portion, whatever centimeters is the outside area.
Regular piece, the perimeter is 80 centimeters and the square cut off the perimeter is 20 centimeters. So each side will be 5 centimeters. Now you cut off the square, so the border will be less, like it's got lessened up. So the one side was included and the 3 sides are left out. Now 3 sides would be 15 centimeters, so 80 minus 15, that will give you 65 centimeters.
Okay.
The answer is A, because we have a square of side 5 centimeters. So its perimeter has to be 4 into 5, that is 20. And if we subtract 20 from perimeter of triangle, that is 80, we get 60.
Okay, why do you subtract 20? What's the reason?
Because you are taking off that much of cutting, that much from the triangle of this.
The square that's cut off has been a part of the triangle. So if you cut it off, it's obvious that the triangle, the perimeter of the triangle will become less.
The calculation, if we calculate like this is the triangle initially. So, but we are not saying that we are cutting the length. So we are cutting a square of 20 centimeter. So sir, when you cut off one side, that is 5 centimeters, one side. So but rest the 3 sides are still remaining.
Okay.
So that also can be counted.
So I am thinking that if we can know the perimeter of this, so then we can calculate these 3 and we will get the answer. I think the answer is around 60 or 65.
There are certain students who know the definition of the two terms area and perimeter, but aren't able to explain it for the shape. Maybe because the two concepts are taught in conjunction with each other, they tend to extend the more intuitive concept of area to perimeter. And since they know that area of a shape will decrease when a part is removed, they tend to say that since this part is removed, which has a perimeter of 20 centimeter and the original had 80 centimeter perimeter, the perimeter of the remaining shape will be 80 centimeter minus 20 centimeter, which will be 60 centimeter. This belief is so strong that even if we make them work step by step, like the child who was actually calculating the length of each and every side as 5 centimeter, they tend to think that it has to decrease, and so 80 centimeter minus 15 centimeter will be 65 centimeter. It just seems illogical to them that perimeter of a shape can increase.
Area of the figure.
It's the area of the figure. Any figure?
When shape is given, when a shape is given, when we count all the when we add all the sides, we get the perimeter of that is the area or the amount. How much?
The area which is outside the rectangle.
the area which is outside the rectangle.
Because the perimeter is always to multiply,
Okay.
and so the perimeter of this triangle is L into L into L.
L into L into L or A into B into C.
Area is length into breadth, while perimeter is the measure of all the sides.
Okay, so what will be the perimeter be here?
L into B into L into B.
L into B into L into B. Okay.
First we have to add it, then multiply it.
First we have to add and then multiply. So what will you do first? All three you'll add?
Yes, then multiply it by 3
Multiplied by 3. Why do we do that?
to get the perimeter.
Why?
Because it does not have an exact measurement.
It does not have an exact measurement.
Students are not able to connect the concept of perimeter to the physical object. For them, probably it's just a number that can be calculated based on the formula specific for that given shape. What they don't realize is the fact that the number is very much associated to the physical object. It's an attribute that can be felt by us, like the perimeter which can be felt by tracing the finger around the shape, or area which can be felt by moving the hand over the shape. And so perhaps if we teach such concepts, keeping in mind the connection to the physical world or real world, application in real world, rather than focusing on formulas, they might get internalized much well in the minds of students.
Okay. Yeah. Why do you say it's 3?
Because when you take out that piece, it has gained 3 sides, sir, actually, sir. When you take out, it's a closed figure, no, sir. When you open one piece, it's gained the sides, sir.
Okay, so when you take out a piece, it gains 3 sides, she's saying. Do you understand what she means by gaining 3 sides?
Yes, sir.
So, but how did you know it was less? I mean, why did you feel so strongly that it was less?
Because the 5 was like included first, and then I thought that now the 5 is like just gone, and now we've got those 15 left right now. So then I thought that, like, you know, if it's the shape is got altered, so I thought that it'll be less by 15 centimeters.
Okay, so you thought the shape got altered and so it should be subtracted.
Yeah, and then I made up my mind that when there are 5, like each side is 5 centimeters, I thought that, you know, that 5 into 3 will give you 15. And you know, then yeah, the shape is one part, and then I thought that the 5 is already included first, so that is already gone out the square, and these 3 sides are with the square, like 20 centimeters, and that's why I thought that it would be less than 15.
What we saw in the student responses over the last few minutes was that students have certain mental models, ways of thinking about the world, certain ideas, and clearly these ideas are not what we intended to pass on to them as teachers or interested adults. These are ideas children have found by actively trying to make sense of what they are seeing around them or what has been taught. What is however important to understand here is that the instinctual reaction of adults or teachers when they see these kind of responses is to say that, let me explain this again, let me explain this more clearly, 2 times if not thrice. This is bound to fail. So what we find is that it's extremely important for a teacher to listen first, find out what is already on the child's mind, to then help the child to review the correctness of this idea, weigh it against other ways of thinking, other mental models, to really be able to say that no, this didn't work and this is a better way of looking at things. And our hope is that teachers start doing this based on seeing films like this. You have seen just one concept, but there are several such ideas across class levels, across topics. And this is our hope, that teachers will become active listeners and we will have a chance to teach our children better.